Here we are, getting ready to walk into Love Park in Center City, Philadelphia. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something that happened in the past. And we're going to talk about the time the Pope Francis, came to Philadelphia back in 2015. This is the Love Park. And you know what? The city did something very special when the Pope showed up to Philadelphia. And there's still some signs of when the Pope came here. He did Mass all the way down. If you look all the way down at the end of the Parkway, that is the Philadelphia Museum of Art. He said Mass there for over 1 million people. He also said Mass at the Basilica right down the street, and he gave a speech at Independence Hall. And he did, it looks like there were 2 videos on YouTube posted up by the Washington Post, pretty much of every single minute he was in this city. And one of the things I noticed is he did on 2 separate days, he did laps on the Ben Franklin Parkway for all the people who came to see him. And you can say, hello, friend. You can see the video, and there are people all along the Parkway. And the Pope, look, I'm scooting where the Pope mobile was. The Pope would look at the crowd. You know, he does this. He drives by you. He drives over here. Pope was in the United States for about 10 days. He spent a few days in New York City, 2 days in Philadelphia, and some time in Washington, D.C. He slept overnight, I believe, at St. Charles Seminary, and I'm not even sure if that's even open anymore. But right here, this is where the Pope said Mass. And you can see video footage of the Pope driving down this street, this very street. The Pope, you know what? I don't think he was in a Pope mobile. I think he was in like a little Fiat. See, they have a plaque here that the Holiness Pope Francis celebrated Eucharist at the Cathedral on September 26th and on the Ben Franklin Parkway the 27th. The Pope walked down this center aisle when he said Mass. So this is walking in the footsteps of Pope Francis. Yeah, I think there's footage of the Pope walking by here, going through one of those two doors. There were people in here for Mass. I believe there were people in wheelchairs sitting right here, and the Pope came over and kissed the people in the wheelchairs. Man, this building's beautiful. This is also the burial site of the Reverend Mother Mary Catherine Drexel, who is Philadelphia's saint. She was a nun who and not only did Pope Francis come here, Pope John Paul II visited and prayed in this cathedral and celebrated Eucharist back in 1979. And I believe both men, Pope John Paul II and Pope Francis, visited the seminary, St. Charles Seminary, right on, I think it's right off the main line. Yeah, he definitely walked through this door. So that's pretty. Not many doors you can walk through that the Pope actually walked in. Oh, here's another picture of Pope Francis. The Mass they did in here, you can watch every second of Pope Francis in Philadelphia. He walked through this door, and he walked through that door. More means love in Spanish and Latin. This was temporarily installed at the East Terrace of the Philadelphia Museum of Art in 2015 for the World Meeting of Families and Papal Mass of Pope Francis, held on the Ben Franklin Parkway. All right, and this is the Ben Franklin Parkway. You can see the Art Museum is still a big distance away. When the Pope said Mass on the Parkway, all of this was full of people. It was full from here all the way to City Hall. Nothing but people. The Pope did 2 trips on the Parkway. One was on the first night he was here. He did a nighttime scoot, if you will. He did a little nighttime ride in the Pope-mobile down here. And then the next day he did another ride in the Pope-mobile. The first night he was here, they had a big, kind of like a concert. Marky Mark, not Pavarotti, Andre Bocelli, I think that's his name. Aretha Franklin. And there was this kid, I think his first name was Billy, and he gave this beautiful performance of like an opera singing performance. And after he was done performing, the Pope gave him rosary beads. Yeah, now that I think about it, I recall hearing a story about the Eagles Super Bowl parade, the first one. And I think they took the whole parade route and how everything was going to be laid out. The Pope's visit in 2015 was like the blueprint to how you have a big event here at the Philadelphia Museum of Art. The Super Bowl stage, I think, was when this platform right here. They still have some signs of the Eagles Super Bowl parade. You got football players. You got the Eagles flag hanging in front of the Art Museum. Also, the Rocky statue. This is actually, we have 2 Rocky statues on display right now, this is Sylvester Stallone's Rocky statue, and it was on loan for the city for the month. It was on loan to the city of Philadelphia for the month of December. And then after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, it was still in storage here at the Art Museum. So for the Eagles Super Bowl parade, they decided to bust out the Rocky statue. There you go. Look, he's doing it. How exciting. See, there's some marks on the ground. I believe that's for the Super Bowl stage. Yeah, Ma, he's making a video about the Pope, but he won't shut up about the Eagles. Here we are, the National Constitution Center, in between 5th Street and 6th Street. If you look all the way down there, that's Independence Hall. And Pope Francis, he didn't say Mass here, but he gave a speech in front of Independence Hall, and there were over 40,000 people in this space to watch the Pope give a speech. When the Pope gave his speech here at Independence Hall, he talked right next to the George Washington statue.
Proclamadas por primera vez las libertades que definen este país. La Declaración de Independencia proclamó.
And the crowd went all the way back to where I started at the Constitution Center. Yeah, this video, I made this pretty much for my mom. My mom's a big-time Catholic, so I made it for her. And my grandmother, she was a big-time Catholic. And whenever I would leave my grandmom's house, she would always bless us, and she would always say, "Go with Jesus." And that's how I'm going to wrap up this vlog today. Go with Jesus.